2020 was a year of the unexpected. A global virus put the world on a standstill. The economy was crippled. A lot of people died alone and in seclusion, and a lot more were left fighting for their lives. A lot more lost their jobs and means of livelihood. Suddenly, human contact was prohibited. Social distancing and mandatory mask wearing were put into law. The news headlines were not friendly, both globally and here in Nigeria. It was indeed a tough time with citizens on lockdown, with no source of income, and the government's attempt at providing palliatives left the citizens angry and frustrated as a lot of these palliatives did not get to them. We saw ugly headlines of warehouses being broken into by hungry Nigerian citizens. Warehouses in different Nigerian states were all piled up with palliatives meant to alleviate the pain and suffering of the sudden pandemic. With millions of lives lost, billions of money budgeted for the COVID relief, and the endless cry for help by Nigerian citizens, we decided to head to the streets of Lagos to find out from Nigerians exactly how they fared during the lockdown and to find out the extent of the lockdown impact on their lives.
How did the COVID-19 lockdown affect you? I'm talking about physically, mentally, and even financially. How did it affect you?
It really affected me financially because I'm a business person. And during the lockdown, for like 3 months, we didn't open shops. And with this now, Nigerians, whether especially the landlord, whether you work or you don't work, you open, you don't open, that's none of their business. Their own is you have to pay. And during this time now, you didn't work. Where will you get the money to pay them? And it really affected me because I didn't see any money to pay for my shop rent. At the end of the day, the landlord was just telling me I should pack out without withstanding that we didn't open for so period.
Well, physically, it scares me every day because of the kind of job I do. With like at least 4 people at any given time, without that social distance, because people cannot really afford it financially. Financially, it affects me in the sense that I have friends, I have family that their businesses and the jobs they do has been put on hold because of the pandemic. So from time to time, you have to send urgent 4K, 3K, 2K.
Basically, yeah, it affected me in different ways. I'm an artist. I do music. I couldn't even hit the studio. I couldn't bring out records. I couldn't do nothing. Just that I was so lucky to have a studio in my house, so that was where I was recording. And also, I couldn't go to certain places, to stay on my grind and keep it tight. I couldn't raise money. So back then I was still down. I was ill. I had typhoid. I was down. I couldn't go to the hospital because the crowd there was too much. I got treated at home.
Actually, financially, it affected me. Please need to go out to get something to feed your family. And when it is not there, it is a kind of contraption. And it really did not go well with me. I didn't like it.
When it's small thing, no, it affects. Even though my children self, they day out, they don't feel go school. They say if they go school today, they don't go school tomorrow. They shift out. They'll say one day off, one day on. The education no day, stand well at all. Something just they rise every day. We not feel buy anything.
I think about that 3 months, it was really frustrating at some point because there was nothing doing. And personally, I run a business. I run this online business, mini importation. I'm into mini importation. And at that moment, I had to put it on hold because I couldn't go any longer. There was no money coming in, so there's nothing to put into the business. And people were not really patronizing at that time because they all wanted to get what to eat rather than buying fashion stores and all of that. So it affected me financially. It affected me even mentally. Like it was just kind of let's say downcast.
I was affected job-wise, as in a lot of us lost our jobs. So I've been at home and there's really nothing to do right now. So that's been should I say the major way it has affected me personally. So
it really affects me, sha. Let me say no affects me because some kind of ladies they don't want make her touch their hair. Some go say make her carry sanitizer come do home service and nose masks. You see.
Okay, it affected me really bad because
I was home doing nothing, just gaining weight, no money, no job, no fun, nothing whatsoever. So yeah, it really affected me real much.
I must say that spiritually it affected me somehow because we're not going to church. Everywhere was locked down. Like churches were locked down.
Omo, no be small stress o. I swear, everybody just dey inside house, no work, no food to chop. Omo, that thing na stress, I swear.
It affect me financially because as a widow, I'm managing myself to eat. But since lockdown, there's no help for anywhere. I'm a widow. I lost my husband a long time. To even pay for my house rent. When you go and meet people, they say, lockdown, Kobe, no help.
It was very difficult to eat that period. Even though I asked my mom to send something to me so that I will be able to eat.
Affected me, affected my children, affected my wife. Because nobody paying you when you are redundant. I suffered a lot.
COVID-19 affected me in terms of the way the government lock us inside without providing for the people.
My school, I'm supposed to get admission this year, but due to the lockdown, whatever, we're still.
And financially, because we didn't plan it. Basically, I was feeding on my savings and all of that, and then the fear of even getting the virus again. You understand? It was like a very shocking thing, though. So that's just it.
The thing really affect me a lot, sha. At some point, I started spending and like spending and spending over spending. To some extent, it affected me financially.
E get as some things be before. We say as that COVID enter, everything no go smooth. And as person they take see money, they be like before.
Yes, my country people, I'm sure you've heard from Nigerians what they've got to say about COVID-19 lockdown and how it affected them. Yeah, that's what's up. A lot of people went through a lot of things, man. It's not really easy out there, so I'll be begging you to stay safe. While you're doing that, kindly follow us on our Instagram page at Shortlives TV. Also on our YouTube channel at Shortlives TV. You can also log on to our official website at www.shortlives.com. But until I come your way next time, stay safe and always remember to put on your nose mask.